Yo, what up, fam? So I know there's like no light on me. I am gonna walk under some light occasionally throughout the making of this video, but I'm on a nightly walk and I just have to talk about it, okay? So I kind of went through a little relapse phase, and I wanted to really share it because it was a very powerful learning experience for me. So I want to backtrack a bit. Around November 22nd of 2019 was the last time I watched pornography. And it was after probably like, I always go like 3 months. I probably watched like a handful of times, last year. But this year, I really wanted to go Nofap completely. And from the time of November to, I guess it was probably the beginning of July, I didn't fap once. Now, I wasn't doing semen retention because I had a girl I was dating at the time, and I was also dating a couple other girls, and I would have sex, right? So I wasn't on semen retention. But I do think there's a difference between sex and fapping, but that's a whole nother video topic. I just want to talk about the relapse. So me and the girl broke up, so I did semen retention for about 3 months. It was like, or maybe like two and a half, somewhere around that lines. It was very intense. It reminded me of the time when I first did NoFap back like almost 4 years ago, where I quit porn and I went like 120 days without watching porn or jacking off. And then I I met the girl I was dating for like 3 years, and I was consistently having sex, but I would like only watch porn or jerk off like maybe a few times a year for those 3 years, right? So not a lot. I did pretty good. But semen retention, and I just felt so much bent up energy, and I really missed the girl, and I would jerk off. Now, I didn't watch porn, which was interesting enough that I was able to not watch porn. I'm very happy about that because I would at least rather get the stimulation from my own thought process, thinking about having sex rather than thinking about other people having sex, which was a big thing that I realized while doing the recent semen retention. Was like, I wasn't craving watching porn. I was craving having sex. That's way healthier in my opinion. That's what is like natural. And I think a big problem and one of the biggest benefits of NoFap is that you stop getting addicted to porn and you can start actually thinking about having sex with girls, which is going to make your sex life a lot better. In my opinion, at least it is. We're here at the highway, so I'll get off in a sec so it's not as loud. But there's a few other things that I really learned, and I want to talk about it because now I'm back on a week, like 9 days, I think. Yeah, 9 days, 9-day streak. And I don't really count the streaks, but I do like to keep in mind what they are. So yeah, it was about 9 days again, and I feel good. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be back on a streak. I feel like I'm really controlling my lust, and I'm gonna rock semen retention for as long as possible, really. I'm not in a rush to start dating anybody. I really took the last 9 days to focus on myself and what I want to accomplish in this world. And that's growing my business, growing my brand, growing my name, getting myself out there more, selling very helpful books and writing books. And, I've written my first book. Actually, Transitions is the name of it. It's about, it's about like a big part of it. It's just like my life story. And doing the NoFap, I actually talk about that a lot in there. And I talk about like exercising and eating healthier, and I go over strategies and give like actionable steps in each chapter. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. I think it would work pretty well for people if you're like if you're on the improvement journey and you're on this NoFap thing and you're taking it seriously. Go ahead, let me know down below, or I'll even drop a link if I remember in the bio. But to if you'd like to look at it and possibly purchase it, it would definitely be amazing to me. There's a few things that I want to add to it and adjust to it, actually. So what I'll do is I'll put the ebook, okay? I'll put the ebook down for like a couple bucks or something like that. Just something that's very helpful. to the Nofap and the self-improvement journey and the self-improvement world. And not just like, oh, think it and believe it, but I give like actionable steps about health and fitness, mentality, business, building relationships, creativity, and really like finding purpose and intention in your life. And I think that's what this recent the recent relapsing taught me, was I need to focus more attention on myself. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And a big thing that I realized was I need to figure out what way of living helps me not have cravings, which is when I'm on my shit, when I'm disciplined, I'm working out regularly, I'm eating good food, I'm at least being mindful, I'm training consistently, like I'm just waking up early, going to bed early, planning out my day, being intentional, progressing every day. That is the stuff that makes me not crave anything. That's what makes me feel like my best self. And I could tell that by living like this, I'm eventually gonna meet a girl. I'm not in a rush for it, but eventually I'm gonna wind up meeting other girls. And I'm not really worried about the other girl anymore. Like, I was really stressed out about it, and that's why I fapped. But then now I realize, like, that stuff's just a waste of time. And like, we have such a short life. And I'm also moving in a month, which is crazy. So I'm trying to get all these things done before I move. And it's like, man, as stressful as it can be, this is way better than that feeling of like depression and anxiety. Like, I don't feel any depression. I don't feel any sadness. I'm just working on my shit. Is it stressful? Yeah. Is it hard? Yeah. But even if I fuck up or even if I fail, what I think of is, at least I'm here trying, right? Like, so often we can get so scared to do things because of just these random limitations that we give ourselves. And especially if you're like someone that watches a lot of porn, it can be super easy to just sulk in comfortability. And it's like, when you really challenge this beast, this lust, this sexual passion in you, it's a different way of living. You're different. You're a different kind of person. You're going to start meeting new people. The people that you hang around with now are going to be different. Everything's going to change for you. When you're really serious about this NoFap thing, your whole lifestyle changes. Everything around you changes, right? And it's amazing what has happened over the past 3 or 4 years. Like, I really, like, I lost my virginity, which this guy probably hasn't yet. That's why his car is so loud. I'm just kidding. He's probably a nice guy. But yeah, it's quite incredible to me how like much has changed in the past 4 years just because of like this journey, right? Like, I used to have porn-induced erectile dysfunction where I couldn't have sex with girls, and that I was having a hard time like really having sex, and I was having such bad social anxiety, and I was really limiting myself in my life. And I remember when I just started doing it, like, so much changed. My whole work ethic changed. Like, my whole mentality changed. I started finally like feeling more comfortable with girls. And like, it's funny because I felt like last week was like square one. Like, I refreshed, like I re-leveled up. Like, I remember reaching an awakening point when I was first doing NoFap. Like, this is the life for me, is what I thought. And now I did that, but like at the next level, like the next level, because now I don't have some girl that I'm just like able to just hit up and have sex with. So my whole life has changed just because of like this girl leaving me, and like now I have to take charge of my lustful feelings. And you know, it really makes me think, like, how valuable is sex really? Like, this is a way better way of living. Like, I'm so much happier now doing this than when I was just like kind of like half-assing everything and having sex. Like, look, I don't think having sex is as bad as vapping. I really don't. And I think that even sex can be good. Like, there's a lot of things I learned from having sex with that girl. And like, you know, she was a great friend, and we were rocking with each other, and she was very like awesome. You know what? I don't regret a day that went by, but we ended for a reason. And when you look at things in that matter, everything changes, guys. Like, man, if you're still like struggling with that relapse cycle, go ahead and like go get transitions. Like, this is gonna be your guide out. Like, I remember like one of the things I talk about is like creativity and just being able to do things without actually thinking about it. And I wrote this book just purely based off of, I'm going to sit down and write this book. And one of the initial things, and I'm a weight loss coach, I'm a fitness coach, like that's what I do for a living. And like, instead of writing about weight loss, I ended up like just thinking in my head, like, how can I help a guy who's on Nofap? That was like, it meant everything to me, because I see how powerful it is, and I want other people to see it as well. And there's so many people that think not me. I mean, they think that I'm crazy, but they think that this whole like Nofap thing is crazy. And anybody on here that has ever experienced a Nofap streak or just have tried it before, you know what it does to you. You know the negative side effects to porn. You know the negative side effects to jerking off. All that stuff. You know the negative side. But there's this battle where you really want to do it, but you don't actually do it. And that requires so much discipline and focus that can, if you really pay attention to that stuff, man, your whole life's going to change. It's all going to change. It's going to be so much better. So if you guys want to support, go ahead and check out Transitions. Maybe I'll put it in the bio. I'm not sure when I'll upload this video, but let me know if you'd be interested in reading it. It goes more into my story about it, and it teaches a lot about working out, exercising, how to eat better, and like easy, simple guidelines, like nothing that's like too difficult to do, and everything has actionable steps. I really tried to make it as helpful as possible. So yeah, if that interests you, just let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.